Hi, my name's Gracie. I am currently studying at Munster Technological University in Tralee in County Kerry in Ireland. I'm studying a Bachelor of Early Childhood Care and Education. A while back, me and three of my roommates actually traveled around Ireland for 10 days, so I wanted to share my experiences with you and then what we did, and hopefully you can get some ideas about what you can do when you come to Ireland. Let's roll that footage. So our first stop was Killarney. It's about a 45-minute train from Tralee. Me and two of my roommates, Jenny and Lauren, stayed in the cutest hostel, and we went to see Hermitage Green, which is an Irish band, in concert. It was absolutely amazing. And the next day we went to an adorable cafe called the Shire. It felt like living inside of Lord of the Rings. So the next day we met up with our fourth roommate, Kiara, and headed to Dublin. On the other side of Ireland, it's about a 4-hour train ride from Killarney to Dublin. We explored Dublin by night and also by day. So Dublin is a really cool city as it feels very old and Irish. There's lots of statues, castles, there's Trinity College, there's the Book of Kells, there's Dublin Castle. We also saw Grafton Street, the Umbrellas Dublin, St. Anne's Cathedral, and St. Patrick's Cathedral, lots of cathedrals. As well as many beautiful parks in the middle of the city. I even took a nap in one. We had ended our 20,000 step day with a tour of the most Irish thing we could have done. We took a tour of the Guinness storehouse. We slept very well that night and we're off to Belfast in the morning. So Belfast is in Northern Ireland, which is another country. It's part of the United Kingdom or the UK, and their accents are so different here. So the view from our apartment that we had rented was stunning. We quickly unpacked and went back out to see Belfast at night. So it struck me as a very modern industrial city. City Hall was beautiful and lit up at night, but the best part of our night was going to the Belfast Tim Hortons. So the next morning we got all dressed up and headed an hour on the bus to go have lunch at Belfast Parliament. This was by far the fanciest meal I had ever had. There were 3 courses, and the Queen, when she comes to visit, the Queen of England, she actually eats in the same room that we were in. And after that we visited C.S. Lewis Square and had an impromptu trip to Narnia. So we ended the day by hiking 20 minutes up a dark road telling ghost stories, only to arrive at a 12th century Belfast castle. The next day I went to the Titanic Museum. So fun fact, the Titanic was built here in Belfast, and the museum went through the whole history of the shipbuilding industry at the time, the creation of the Titanic, the sinking, and the aftermath. But there was also a roller coaster inside of the museum. And then we were off to our last stop, Londonderry. So in Londonderry, we ended up staying in a beautiful Airbnb in the mountains. It was an old farmhouse and it was absolutely gorgeous. So we got up bright and early, and Lauren's godmom took us on a 9-hour car trip up the Giant's Causeway coast. We saw ruins, castles, cows, cliffs, the sea, and most importantly, the Giant's Causeway. So I highly recommend doing this drive. It was stunning. I absolutely could not believe it. And then we woke up on our last day and went to the town of Londonderry for Europe's biggest Halloween celebration. We stopped along the way first to pet some donkeys and horses though. There were costumes everywhere and a whole fair. We went on the Ferris wheel. And then the next day we took a 12-hour train ride home and we completely passed out. It was a trip of a lifetime and it was so worth it. So I really highly recommend to travel around Ireland when you can, because it just gives you that sense of, oh my God, I am here in Europe, I'm on the Emerald Isle, and I'm kind of living the life of my dreams.